Well, good morning, everyone. I am Robert Lee, and this is the 15U MacNSeitz Black YouTube channel. Game starting here really quickly for us. And that is Cooper Harvath on the bump. Starts off with a first pitch strike. Looks like MacNSeitz able to draw that home billing. How about that?
That's very nice. Hey, everybody. Kevin Townsend. I get to join Robert for another broadcast. Another happy day.
So playing once again in the Kansas City Program Invitational. This is game number 4, and it's been some tough sledding for MacNSeitz, going 0-3 so far here in pool play. Today, matching up against the P2P Miller's Rustad.
Okay. That's going to be a tough one to swing and a miss for strike 3. P2P, I think, is what I'm going to go with.
Absolutely. I'm with you on that one. And boys are able to throw that one around the horn as Harvath with a first plate appearance strikeout. Man, I'm totally messing that up, but a first batter strikeout.
There we go. So the Harvath misses wide there for ball 1. You got Satterwhite catching Harvath behind the dish, and then around the infield you got Boston Townsend at third, Alex Killman at short. You got Sebastian Wingrove at second, and Zane Valdez holding down first base. Little outfield hit thrown in quickly. Looked like that was Parker Simons who fielded that out and left, with Harrison Perkins holding down center and Tucker Lee out and right. So runner on first is Archbold, and this is Lease, L-I-S, number 0 in the batter's box for the P2P. Steal and a throw down. Good throw, not in time. So runner slides in safe and now sits in scoring position with only one away in the inning.
Yeah, definitely a good throw down. I think the runner had a pretty good jump. It was a close call out there, but I think the umpires got that one right. And nice location on that throw.
Yeah, counts 1-1 with that runner getting a good lead. Fly ball right side for Lee. Lee hauls it in, runner tags, and there's 2 away.
Yeah, so 2 quick outs here in top of the first, but a runner in scoring position and 1 out more to go.
And we've got a big hitter stepping into the box now. Catches the inside part of the plate for a first pitch strike.
Yeah, and a first pitch off speed. Nice action on the ball there.
Chopped to the pitcher. Takes his time, makes the throw across, completes for the 3rd out of the inning.
So not a 1-2-3, but still working it in short order. Just giving up 1 single, and Harvath with a good start. So folks, going over your starting lineup for our MacNSeitz team today. Leading off is going to be Alex Kilman, followed by Boston Townsend. Hitting in that 3-hole is Zane Valdez, and today, hitting cleanup, Brooks Carr. Bat number 5, Cooper Harvath. Batting 6, Tucker Lee, Harrison Perkins, Parker Simons, Sebastian Wingrove, and then rounding out the lineup with MacNSeitz handling an EH today, an extra hitter, Reed Satterwhite. So it looks like the EH. Oh, it looks like we're missed. No, my mistake there, folks. That is Miles Vaughn in that EH position, and it looks like Brooks Carr is also an EH. So those guys not starting out in the field, but still in the lineup today. So coach going with 11 in the lineup and nobody in reserve.
That EH does give him a little bit of flexibility to move things around and pull people in and out. I guess opting to run more guys in this pool play kind of a situation, especially I think given our record right now, the pressure to win this game to make bracket doesn't really exist. So it's it's a different kind of a situation at this point. Of course we want to win, but it's not the same high pressure situation.
Absolutely, and so going 0-3, we're not making the bracket, although there will be a consolation game likely tomorrow. We'll find that out as the pool play kind of comes to an end here, I think early afternoon today for the remaining teams. A large field here in the Kansas City Program Invitational, 60 teams. So they broke those up into pools, A through, I think, L, and 5 teams in each pool, and yeah, it was definitely some good competition out here this week.
I think we're going to see pretty similar high caliber competition next week. These tournaments right now are drawing, end of the season, they're drawing a lot of good teams to come play here and collect some championship brackets for these guys.
Well, Kilman patient there to begin, a 1-1 count. Did take a curveball for a strike on that outer edge.
Steps back for that one. Tempo's real quick here. This pitcher and catcher working quickly in this at-bat.
Oh, Kilman thought about it, but is able to hold off, and now a 3-1 count.
Swings through that one for strike number 2.
So full count for Kilman. And a single right up the middle.
Yeah, able to get on time and drive that one up the middle for leadoff base hit.
Yeah, definitely a quality at bat right there. Going 6 pitches, full count, and he finds the one to drive. That's going to bring up number 36, Boston Townsend.
Trying to make sure I don't trip over the cord here as I'm walking around. Takes low for the first pitch. Boston's been doing good this tournament. I think he's 4 for 7 at this point to the so far.
always one of those great things when you're seeing the ball well. It just comes in looking bigger, and you're seeing the action on it. He's definitely, and even on those ones that he was not able to get in, he's gone deeper in those counts, and I think put the bat on the ball. So definitely been a good tournament at the plate for Townsend.
Maybe one of the better consistency across games. Fouls that one back. The last game we played, collecting one of those, just throw the barrel at it kind of hits, and worked out real well for him. We saw some other guys. Brooks Carr has been doing that pretty consistently for us too. So putting the ball in play is the name of the game, which we haven't been doing a whole lot this tournament.
Definitely run production been down. This one, kind of a soft line drive over to second base, and that'll be an out. Kilman's able to make his way back to first.
Yep. Just missed the barrel on that guy, so 1 out.
So no big movement over there at first for Kilman. Kind of usually what you see with a leadoff hitter is somebody with a little bit more speed. Kilman has been very consistent at the plate. As this ball gets hit in to the second baseman, his only play over there at first. And so a fielder's choice. So Kilman not one of those speedy leadoff guys, but so consistent at the plate. He has been this summer season, and it's just made sense for us to get somebody on and then get them around.
Yeah, I think I was going back, and I told you before the game, looking at some of the box scores so that I could sound somewhat coherent when we talk here about what's been happening this season. Kilman, his second at-bat, first pitch of the second at-bat, has gone for extra bases. Oh, here we go.
So a throwing error leads to a first run for MacNSeitz. So a pass ball, and Kilman was advancing from second over to third. Catcher collected it quickly and threw down to third, but made a throwing error, and so Kilman's able to make his way in.
Third baseman literally lost his glove.
Yeah, and that's not just a saying.
Yeah. There's no euphemisms there. There's no double entendres. That's just straight facts there. At any rate, we'll watch Kilman second at bat because he's gone extra bases, first pitch, second at bat in multiple games. I think 4 games this season. He's ambushed that first pitch, second at bat for extra bases. You can hear the wind in the microphones. Feels fantastic.
So Brooks Carr goes down looking. That'll do it for MacNSeitz, but not before we get one on the board.
So Brooks did not look happy about that. I think he thought that one was a little bit outside, but the umpire disagrees and he sits down. So able to put 1 run across though early tends to bode well for us if we're able to score early. Even modest run support of only a single run tends to help our starting pitcher feel a little bit more confident out there on the bump.
Well, and we talked about this a little bit yesterday, but when MacNSeitz has been able to get on the board early, we've tended to fare much better in the game. And I think that has to do with that confidence building over time and people feeling like the success is right there and within reach.
Yeah. Trying to figure out where I can look, because I can see on the pocket radar up there. Yeah, no, you can keep it angled to you.
No,
good.
It was good. And so, folks, we didn't get a chance to go over the P2P starting lineup because we got underway rather quickly, but leading off for them here this last inning was Max Eppel, followed by Kyle Archibald and Jake Liz, Leo Giwa, Austin Recker, Bennett Musolf, Jonah Jacobson, Josh Keenan, Jake Sletter, or maybe Sletton. Okay, and then Tegan
Peril?
Yeah, is it Peril? Okay, yeah. Look at you. Okay. You're cheating on me. I'm looking at handwritten, and you're looking at the game change.
This is number 34 Recker at the plate, who hacks away at the first pitch and pops it up.
Valdez collects that one for out number 1.
So quickly 1 away, 1 pitch, 1 out.
Yeah, and that's the type of action that can take you a little bit deeper into the innings. I know at this point, when you start looking at the pitching staff and those guys that are kind of in that regular rotation, once Harvath is done, we're getting into some of those other guys that tend to play more positions and don't quite pitch as often.
So lefty hitter Musolf drives that one into the gap. Lee is able to rein it in and throw it on single for Musoff. So 33, this is Jacobson for P2P.
Runner goes, throw goes down and is a little off the mark. And P2P up there on second base.
So 1 away and 1 runner in scoring position here for Jacobson. Misses away.
So that runner on second would represent that tying run. And MacNSeitz having some kind of mixed results here. Oh, ball gets away from Satterwhite, and runner is able to advance uncontested over there to third. But yeah, talking about that weather, it's definitely a warm day, but very breezy, and so that breeze much appreciated by everyone, I'm sure, out there on the field and in the stands.
Jacobson watches that one go by for a strike, so it's 3-1. He's straight taking on the 3-0 pitch. So runner Musoff on third, and fourth pitch is a ball. We'll put runners on the corners here with 1 away in the top of the second.
Thought Satterwhite did a good job moving laterally, getting the glove on that ball.
100%.
You know, trying to keep that runner on third from advancing. But with runners on the corners now, P2P threatening.
So number 38, Keenan, the lefty hitter in the box right now for P2P. Runner on the steal, but that one's fouled back.
So as we often see this season, all these beautiful facilities have these nets, which from a viewing standpoint, as a spectator, is really kind of fantastic. You don't have a ton of poles and chain link in your face, but as this one is fouled down the left side. But
so, clearly a hit and run is on here. 2 strikes, runner taking off both times. They're looking to capitalize. They're looking to score 1 and get another one in scoring position, and maybe potentially get in 2 if they can here. Foul tip. Satterwhite got close, but not able to hang on to it. So the at-bat will continue with 2 strikes and no balls.
ball in play is a fly ball left side.
Caught.
Simons collects it and throws in.
Excellent distance on the throw, just a little bit offline. That'll tie the game. So 2 outs. Runner is glued to first base. He tags and is unable to advance, but the runner on third is able to get across the plate for a tie game here.
Yeah, kind of interesting. He didn't advance from first over to second, so maybe a bit of a luck for MacNSeitz on that one, but a nice throw in from Simons, just a little bit off the mark.
So if you're watching from home and you saw that throw over to third, there's concern that the runner might have left early, so you'll often see a pitcher execute that.
Runner goes, throw goes down, and they got him. How about that?
So strike him out, throw him out for Satterwhite. Good job for Reed, man. It's hard often to be able to collect the strike and mow him down at second. And a lot of times you lose the strike, but I'm very vocal about the strike. So strike him out, throw him out for Satterwhite. Love when that happens. Parent of a catcher, I want to see any catcher be making that play. That's awesome.
Well, quick break here as we adjust those cameras from these windy nets. Thanks for watching, folks. All right, so warm-up's complete for P2P, and that'll bring us to bottom of the second. Leading off this inning is going to be number 1, Cooper Harvath. So looking to help himself out a little bit as he's the pitcher of record. Yeah, I'd be interested to go back in and look at the box score on Harvath. I think he had some pretty good consistency, I think, early, even middle of the season, but I'm not sure that he's been seeing the ball as well as of late.
I'd say that's true. Every player's going to ride the roller coaster a little bit, right? And
100%.
I think, yeah, he did have a minute where he was real hot. Valdez was real hot for a little bit too there. So, and I think even saying what we're saying, some of these guys are not being as effective as they were in previous tournaments. Still, it's what you'd expect, I guess.
100%, and you're going to see that change even from ball game to ball game and tournament to tournament.
Yes, sir.
But Harvath does draw a walk right there, and so he's helping his team out with a leadoff walk, and that's going to bring up number 27, Tucker Lee.
So you hear 4-pitch walk. Sorry.
So Lee takes his first pitch for ball number 1. Didn't bat in yesterday's lineup. He was working up there on the bump for MacNSeitz, but in the game prior to that, going 1 for 2 with an RBI single and a walk.
Now he gets by.
Pass ball, and runner will advance.
Harder to film lefty hitters today, just with the way the lighting is.
Yeah, definitely sun coming up over there high in the horizon at this point, over left field. And that one down the pipe for strike 1. So pitcher has been doing a good job of mixing in quite a bit of off speed along with his fastball. That one down in the dirt, and so seemingly losing maybe just a bit of control here early in the second.
So Brooks Carr's the courtesy runner on second base right now. One misses outside.
And that's ball 4. So 2 batters, 2 walks, and MacNSeitz enjoying 2 runners on at second and first with nobody out.
Now the challenge is, can we capitalize here, right?
100%, and this will beg the question. You got Perkins with great speed out there at the plate. Not sure on the bunting situation, but the small ball has really kind of got MacNSeitz going in some of our past games.
I gotta say, this is one of those cases where it makes total sense to me to see some small ball.
Yeah, Perkins yesterday legging out an infield single on a sharply hit ball, but screaming out of the box and right through first base.
Takes the first pitch for a strike. I can back off here.
So that one outside corner. Little chopper over the pitcher. Second baseman crashes, and he gets the out, but runners do advance. So doing a job right there, and that's exactly what you want to see. A ball going to the right side, giving those runners the ability to advance. Now just 1 down, and a great scoring opportunity for MacNSeitz here. That brings up number 18, Parker Simons.
Yeah, one of the other cues that I've noticed is when we have those kind of team at-bats, we tend to play a little bit better, right? When you are focused on moving the runner over rather than focused on not making an out or getting a big hit, and you're focused just on what can I do to get that runner over, we tend to start to play a little better. Our base running seems to improve a little bit. Maybe that, again, retrospectively, maybe that's me making it rosier than it is, but that's the way it feels.
Well, I think we've been seeing a lot of the same things, and interesting. talking about guys that have been on streaks or maybe, the opposite end of that. And Parker Simon's really good athlete, right? And he made such a great catch out there in left here earlier. Nice throw home, not quite in time, or just a bit off the mark, but he has been struggling at the plate, and it's kind of a conundrum. He's got a great looking swing, and we're just looking for a little bit of contact right here, and a sac fly would be a great thing.
I think you've said it many times in the broadcast, but sometimes a bunt is what the doctor ordered to get your hitting back on track too, right? Putting a ball in play.
They call it a hit by pitch right there. I thought maybe it was inside, but I didn't see it hit him. So we maybe missed that, but that loads the bases for number 10, Sebastian Wingrove. As you were saying, Kevin.
Oh, I was just saying, sometimes a bunt is all you need to get your hitting back on track, right? You were watching the ball all the way into the bat, and you start seeing stuff differently.
Absolutely, and when you square around and you're watching that ball come in, it's you got both eyes on the ball, and that's a mistake that I think a lot of young hitters make, is where they're using just that lead eye, whether it's your left eye as a righty or your right eye as a lefty, and just kind of turning your chin just a little bit to where you're using both eyes to see that ball. That really can help your depth perception and making contact, and sometimes just doing that simply as a bunt can help a guy get out of a slump.
Yeah, and even what you do before the pitch too, I think, is where you set your eye line. What are you looking at? How are you looking? So you watch some of these hitters, and they step in and they start with their head cranked already, and then you see the guys that for me anyway, that are sort of situational hitters. They often start with their shoulders squared to the pitcher. They're really watching what he's doing, and then they rotate into their stance a little bit later in their sequence. So I think for me, that's one of the cues that I've heard Boston be told by catching coaches to look for in a hitter.
So a brief mound visit by the coaching staff for P2P right there. Obviously, pitch struggling with some command right here.
So Seabass with the lone hit for the entire team against the Gamers the other day. We went largely hitless in that game, and he is the one who collected the only hit of the game.
And a hit by pitch as Sebastian Wingrove takes one in the hip. Well, that will put MacNSeitz back in the lead now.
And P2P is going to make a change, it looks like. Coach is walking out with a new player. He wants on the bump. I believe it's number 3. And
that's going to be Max Eppel.
There we go. So nice when we have all the information, we can do that.
It really is. We don't always get that, but when we have it, it makes calling the game a little bit more fun, because it's always interesting to watch these different guys, especially when they're teams that we're not familiar with.
I think it's one of the things. So this is behind the scenes, dorky kind of stuff. But like, the more paper, the more stuff we have up here, the easier it is to call the game, right? If I've got Game Changer open and the names are entered, I feel like I can call the game better because I know what. I don't have to waste time fumbling to find something, and I can just sort of be more in the moment. And it does get easier the more you do it, like the rhythm of things. You're creating a monster here, because I really enjoy this, and now I'm like, do I want to go down the rabbit hole of doing this more?
It's been a lot of fun, and it's definitely a different way to watch a ball game. And so I know going from a situation where you were coaching and doing those types of things, and then realizing that, hey, this would be a good situation for you to kind of back out and let some other guys come in and coach and that kind of thing. And then, of course, finding a good program like MacNSeitz, where we've got some guys with some college experience. Coach Jake Sawyer pitching right now for William Jewell. Of course, not right now at this moment, but in season. And all that energy and the knowledge and the things that you've grown up watching forever, and you realize that, hey, you got something else that you can still add to the game maybe a little bit and in a different way. And so what I hope is that some of these young guys are taking an opportunity to go back in, and sometimes the video that we get isn't the best video that you can have, and which is why you oftentimes are taking video. But what it does is it gives them the ability to understand what that situation is. And going back, listening to that play-by-play and understanding, hey, what was the situation and what actually transpired right there, sometimes it's a little bit different than your memory serves.
So I know I have a kid that wants to watch the whole at bat, right? Of course he wants to see the hit, but the ones that miss are the ones that he really wants to see. So, and I'm the hardest part for me, I love filming them, but the hardest part is getting them to people, because a lot of the ways that you distribute video compress the heck out of the video. So if you're a family member of one of the players on the MacNSeitz team and you want any of the footage, I have it. I just need to get it on a thumb drive for you. So I don't film every single at bat. I usually try to make it once through the lineup for every player, and then I'll collect some here or there after that. But I'm trying to get some when everybody's fresh. I'm trying to get maybe what I would expect would be their best swings for them to be able to take a look at.
Well, now at the plate is number 21, Reed Satterwhite. So a couple of balls here to start for Satterwhite, showing some good patience, and obviously you got a brand new pitcher in, so it makes sense to kind of start off with a little bit of patience.
Swings through that one. Yeah, I mean, you get a new pitcher, even if you're the coming in with a bases loaded situation, you're sort of got the mentality of a leadoff hitter in this case.
Absolutely, and not only that, but I think that it's interesting to me from an umpire standpoint too. We talk about setting that top line or setting that bottom line, as a pitcher or as a catcher, and working those duos. But when an umpire is seeing ball after ball after ball, they can fatigue as well, and so sometimes their zone maybe can constrict a little bit when they've seen a lot of struggling pitching.
100%, and it's just because they've got no reference. They, like you just said, they lose that reference point, and so as a pitcher, you can't control the times when you're going to be erratic, but you can't expect you're going to get a marginal call when you've missed with the first 3 pitches, because he doesn't know what your strikes look like right now. He knows where he thinks the zone is, but it hasn't been well established by your catcher or by his habit of seeing something.
So Satterwhite drawing a walk, that brings home another run, and Harrison Perkins will courtesy run for Reed Satterwhite, start behind the dish for MacNSeitz today. And man, oh man, is it breezy, folks.
That one's inside.
I think I'm gonna have to drop down. Oh no.
We getting storm coming in or something?
Yeah, we do have some storms kind of blowing in behind us a little bit, and obviously the wind kind of setting up a bit. But looks like some of our audio is struggling today.
It's 2-1, I think, is the count right now. Let me double check over here. Yeah, that looks right. 1 out. Bases loaded. That is a 3-1 count right now. Parker Simons jogs back to the base. One away. Infield playing at that double play down. And Miles shoots one down the left side to allow 2 to come in. It's a 2 RBI single for Miles Vaughn. Miles is one of those guys that we were talking about. He is due. He's been in a little bit of a drought lately, and collecting his walks really, really well, and in this case, managing to get one right down the third base line to get those runners in. So are we broadcasting like chipmunks over here?
Yeah, there's something goofy going on with the iPad audio. And so it is.
AK swings there and fouls that one off.
So back to top of the order. And we may just need to lose the shelter.
That might be a reality for us here in a second. If we don't lose it, it might lose us. Perkins makes the steal successful, a double steal executed. So catcher guns over to third, but unable to catch Perkins there. Slides in safe. Ball gets away from the catcher, but Perkins opts not to come. Leaves Miles in no man's land, but he's able to slide back to the bag and get back safely. So takes that one on the inside part of the plate. So it's counts even at 2-2, one away. Runners in scoring position on second and third. And it's a walk to reload the bases for Boston Townsend. So score is 5-1 here in the second. We got bases loaded with one away. Bounces in front of the plate, but no go. So ball one. Two pitches, two balls. Runners jog back to tag. And gets Harrison in, so that'll be a sac fly for Townsend. That'll bring up Zane Valdez to the plate with 2 outs here. That's 6-1. Valdez is a lefty. Stepping into the box here, he's got 2 runners in scoring position with Vaughn on third and AK on second. Ready to pick them up. Way to hold, Miles. So Valdez takes that one on the outside part of the plate there. Then it would be our second ball of the at-bat. Wind is ripping here. I'm holding down the 10. That one misses up. So it is 3-0 to Zane Valdez here. So again, I'm going to call it. We're going to see a straight take. Pitcher's been missing the zone, so. Oh no, we got the green light, I guess. Pitch walk for Valdez. So that'll reload the bases for Brooks Carr.
Well, P2P continuing to struggle as they have made 1 pitching change so far and a quick timeout. I think they're going to make a defensive substitution and try to get somebody warmed up in the bullpen.
That's exactly what I would guess is happening right there. We're moving some men around here, so it looks like right field is going to come in to play third. New guy off the bench is going into right field, and our third baseman is probably going in to get a little bit warm. Number 33 was the third baseman, who just is running into the dugout and is likely to be the next pitcher.
Well, folks, I know that the audio right now is coming through in a unique, characteristic way, but what we'll probably do is take the stream down in between innings and then bring it back up and see if that will rectify. We've done everything we can hardware-wise, and so not sure if there's a software update or something like that that needs to happen.
2 pitches, 2 balls for Brooks. So 6-1, 2 away, bases loaded for Brooks. And third pitch misses the zone, up and out.
So this is Eppel still up there on the bump. You can start to see he's getting visibly frustrated with himself. And as a pitcher, that's always one of those things. It's a good sign that things are not going well.
Yep. So the 3-0 pitch is good. It makes it 3-1 for Brooks Carr. And he goes. That'll make it 3-2. Thought about that one and not able to hold up.
Well, I tell you what, there's never a more lonely island than the bump when things aren't going well.
That is very true. There goes the backstop camera. That one's fouled back. So it is 3-2 at this moment here. So action count everywhere we look. Misses outside for a ball, and that'll walk in another run. That'll make it 7-1. So some patience being demonstrated by the MacNSeitz boys in being able to earn themselves their walks and collect those runs. So that one misses up. Big ball right side, caught by the right fielder and hauled in for the final out of the inning. So this half inning ends. Come to the top of the third with score 7-1.
So folks, we are going to take the audio or the stream down, and we'll come right back up, see if this can fix our audio situation, and we're going to change some hardware around the field. Thanks for watching.